If you want the content on your website to come up in AI-generated answers from ChatGPT, Google AI Overviews, and other LLM-based answer engines, then it's pretty important to know whether LLM agents are even visiting your site and what pages and content they're looking at. Today, we're going to take a look at how you can monitor LLM agent traffic in Scrunch AI. Scrunch is one of the many platforms that lets you monitor your brand's visibility across ChatGPT, Google AI Overviews, Perplexity, and other popular LLMs. But there's one thing that Scrunch does that the other AI visibility platforms don't do. It directly tracks the LLM bots that are coming to your site, and they make it pretty easy to do that. This is important because LLMs like ChatGPT don't just magically know that your content exists. They use agents to discover and get information from your site. When you know which bots are visiting, how often, and what they're looking for, you can understand which content LLMs find useful. You can also see which pages are influencing AI-generated answers and validate that your content is being retrieved, indexed, and used for training. All that helps you make smarter decisions about what content to double down on. I use Scrunch every day to monitor my own brand On Marketing, which is my digital marketing agency. I also use it for some of my clients. In this video, I'll show you what it looks like when I check my agent traffic dashboard for On Marketing. After you set up your brand in Scrunch, you'll see your main dashboard, which gives you an overview of the visibility of all of the LLMs you're tracking. From here, let's click on the Agent Traffic tab on the left-hand side of your screen. And you'll need to connect your site first. So hit Connect Site, and then enter the URL for the website that you're going to track, and choose your content management platform. I use WordPress, but I've already set this up, so let's go back. Once your site is connected, you can click on View Details. The first thing you'll see is an overview of bot traffic over time. You can also adjust the date range, which is really helpful for spotting trends or spikes in activity. For example, this is the bot traffic to my site over the last 24 hours. You can also see it by the last week, the last 4 weeks, and the last 12 weeks. You can set up a custom date as well. It's pretty cool that you can see some spikes here where some LLM bots were training on the content from my site, which for me is a good thing. You can also see traffic distribution, or in other words, what percentage of these bots were here for indexing, retrieval, or training. Let's go back to the 4-week view. Below the graph, you can see the number of bot requests. In my case, they've gone down a bit compared to the previous month. That probably means I could work on posting some new content to my site. Next, you can see human versus bot traffic. Keep in mind that the human traffic here is just impressions. These aren't the actual visitors to my site, but how many times a link to one of my pages appeared on a Google search results page. So this graph might be just a little bit misleading. The next section is one of my favorite parts. These are the top agents accessing my content. I like that ChatGPT is retrieving a lot of my content. That makes sense because I see my content come up in ChatGPT answers for the prompts that I'm tracking. So I'm probably doing a decent job of creating content that's relevant to the questions people are asking ChatGPT. You can see that it was on my site just very recently, 39 minutes ago. Pedalbot is from Huawei, and it looks like they've been indexing a lot of my content, which is good. Amazon Bot has been training on some of my content. This bot is used to help train Alexa, so that's pretty cool. Googlebot, of course, I love to see it. And OpenAI GPT bot is, of course, the training bot for ChatGPT, so I'm happy to see that on my site looking at my content. Probably the most useful feature here is that you can see which pages were the most popular. This helps me know what my top performing content was so that I can make more of it. You can see that my trend report gets a lot of hits, which makes a lot of sense because LLMs love numbers and statistics, and that report had a lot of them. And then you can also see which of my blog articles are being retrieved the most. The last thing you can see on this tool is recent bot requests. These are all from today, and it's really fun to see just how often these bots visit my site and what they're doing in terms of retrieving, indexing, or training. And again, you can see which pages they're looking at. So it looks like ChatGPT was maybe just giving someone tips on how to evaluate an AI search agency. So I really like that Scrunch has this feature. It is unique to have in an AI visibility platform. I would love to be able to have more ability to filter these results so that I can look back on, say, training and see why I had a big spike in training bots and what pages they were looking at, instead of getting a combination of mostly aggregate results and then just the last 24 hours of specific activity. But all in all, if you already use Scrunch, you should definitely take advantage of this feature. And if you're comparing platforms and this looks like something you want to have integrated into your AI visibility platform, then Scrunch is probably going to be the best one for you.